probably work, Nick. What's up, guys? We're here today with Terrence. What is up, man?
What's up? What's good?
Dude, this podcast has been like a long time coming, man. We've like rescheduled, probably the longest in podcast history.
Probably. Man, like, I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know. I hope he's not gonna cancel today. I was like, I'm not gonna hold it against him, cause like we've both been back and forth so much. I'm like, you just never know. Like,
it's like an intricate.
We're going through Instagram DMs. It's like, is it real? Is it not?
Yeah, is he catfishing me right now? And then I see you at the gym. I don't know.
I'm like, gotcha. Hey, get off that treadmill.
Yeah, I'm over here trying to work off these sweat rolls. It never happens. Well, hell yeah, man. You've got so much stuff going on, dude. You've got like music, your freaking clothing company. How's all that blending together?
Whoa, that's a funny question because, so right now, it's blending, but it's kind of like more strawberries than bananas in the blender. So like the strawberries being the music. Yeah. And I just told myself this year, I wanted to focus on music way more and put more energy into that because it's kind of like a newfound love that I have for it over the few years that I've been doing it, and I was just like, you know, if I don't, I've got nothing to lose. If I don't try it now, like, then I'm gonna have something to lose down the road. Yeah. You know, like, I love making clothes. You know, Humble Days, the brand, everything that goes into that. I really formulated a better mission statement and some more things coming with that. So I'm still working on it, but I just kind of, you know, resituated some things and just been doing, like, putting so much energy into the music, and it's really paying off. It feels good. Yeah,
I think like that's kind of, I mean, being a creative mind, like, you kind of got to go with what's really driving you at the moment. And if you find a passion for something and it just like really gets into your blood, you've got to pursue it, man.
That's what I realized, and it was like, if the feeling was strong, I'm like, yo, I gotta do this.
Yeah, that's awesome though, man. How did you get into, like, I guess with the music, how did you start getting into the writing and actually putting it down and recording it?
Well, first, man, I was just, it was really weird because I had never really thought about making music, and one day I was just driving down the road and like a melody came to my head. I was listening to like a Childish Gambino song off of like his Bonfire album. Could have been like something earlier than that, I'm not too sure, but it just popped in my head. I'm kind of like, whoa, what is that? Like, why did I just come up with that? And I was like, maybe I could like start trying this, you know? Yeah. And then I did. I got me USB mic, had my MacBook, and just started making some songs. And I would like, you know, copy. I would do like remixes, but the remixes to where it was like same beat, same flow, but like my lyrics, because that's all I knew how to do. But then like it helped me be able to like replace those lyrics with like my own thoughts. And then just from there, like, I just kept doing it, and then I was just telling him, I just like got to where I found my sound, and that it's like one of the best feelings ever, because then it's like, oh, like, it's so much more than I thought it was gonna be, and like at first it was never like I'm gonna be a rapper or like to the top music, you know, like this and that, but I didn't really know what was gonna happen. I just told myself, look, I'm just gonna keep doing it. It's fun, and so here we are, and really worked on my sound and just been really enjoying and fleshing it out. So,
dude, well, I've listened to a couple of songs off of it. I haven't listened to it yet from like front to back, but I'm kind of working my way through it. And
you'll have to definitely let me know when you do that.
It's pretty sick, man. How did you like? Are there some songs on there that mean like more to you than others?
Yeah, most definitely. So, The Purple Room, it was basically, like, I was like, okay, since I'm going to put more energy into the music this year, I'm going to make an album. It's like, it's going to be the best album I've done. It's going to be conceptual, more conceptual than anything I've ever made. Yeah. And it was just really, it came to me one day. I was just chilling with some friends, sitting on the ground, sitting on the floor, just like in a comfortable place. Yeah. And everything was just like, I was really in the moment, and I just like, for some reason, envisioned this purple rug. It's like purple room with a purple shag rug. Yeah. Like, super chill, groovy and like purple walls and like some like furniture, and it's just like a room, not too big, but it's like only me in there, and like if I could capture like the way I felt in that moment and like put it in there, and then I was like, man, that's gonna be it, the purple room, like that's gonna be the album name,
dude.
And so once I had that, I just came up with, things to do around like me thinking and like what I think about when I'm like alone, or like being able to really reflect on life and and be in the moment. And so it all kind of came together through that.
Yeah.
And so with reflecting, it's like reflecting on kind of my upbringing.
Yeah.
And working through finding my musical path and just like life path in general.
Yeah.
And things like that, friends, hometown stuff.
Yeah.
Expressing yourself, creativity, just a lot of that. So one of the first songs I wrote off of it is Zip Code. And it's like, I hope everyone makes it.
Yeah.
Whatever your definition of making it is, it's not like, I don't believe it's like a box thing where it's like super high success, And then what I said was, everybody's not your friend. Like pretty much saying like, I just have seen a lot of people kind of just get too comfortable and like that, like it can happen anywhere, don't get me wrong, but like just from my point of view in a small town, it's so easy to get like stay with the same friends for maybe the wrong reasons. And maybe they're not like bad people, but it's just like, is that really driving you to are they pushing you? Are they supporting you?
Yeah, the same
like,
goals as you.
And so it's really like that whole like, this is my zip code, my reflection of like what I see here in like a small town, but at the same time it's still like a love perspective, because like I do want people to do good. Like I don't wish bad on anybody. It's just like, look, like maybe by me saying this, it'll be like, oh, like you're right, and not that it couldn't happen to me, or that everything's perfect in my life. But that. And then another song, Small Town Sick, and that's really about like just being the small town thing again, and just like knowing a lot of people and feeling like, when everybody knows you, it's like harder to, it's easy to go somewhere where people don't know you and like express yourself way more. Because it's like, like there's no like things holding you down, no attachments. So that's what that's
expectations.
About. Expectations, like judgments, things like that. So those two for sure. And then Simple is like the third song that's very, it's more like emotional, like a little bit deeper than what I normally do. And it's just like a lot of questioning and kind of, you take this phrase and like take it how you want. But just to provoke thought and questioning and like belief, and the whole phrase, it's never gonna be this simple, is like, I was just writing that song, the beat came on, I had already had like a whole song wrote to it, and I was just like, no, like this just isn't it, man, like I just need something else. And I just felt it, and I was like, yo, like I don't know where I'm gonna end up at, but I know like, and everybody says it, like things are never gonna be as simple as they are in like this moment, and like especially for me personally,
that's cool, dude.
Just being like a little younger and knowing that like I figuring things out, and like but I do have it like super good at the same time, and I have a lot of time to like develop what I want to develop, and like there's no better time than now, and it's like,
it's cool.
And that can go for like anybody, like y'all, like even an older person, like take advantage of the moment, because it might not ever be that simple.
I was talking to somebody about that the other day, man. It's kind of like, it's weird, because in my life, like I look at everything like forward. I'm always like forward thinking. Got to get to this point. Got to do this and make this happen. And I don't really take a lot of time to reflect on where I'm at in my life. And like, I think I was talking to like maybe my wife about this. I don't know. I was talking to somebody about it recently, but like the wifey. But yeah, man. I mean, it's really easy to take the point that you're in for granted and not look at it like that. It's like simpler times right now. Or even whenever you're in the struggle, it's kind of like easy to kind of overlook how
what that's doing, or
yeah,
and like I don't know, that's just what a lot of my thoughts have been on that like frequency realm lately.
Yeah.
Of just trying to take advantage of the moment, and because I've always been that way too. Like my personality is just like go, like get to here and then go here, but it's like, man, it's scary because you can really like have some type of success but not even realize that it's like
exactly
you've done that much. And I was like reading this email one day, I forgot who sends them out, but it's a guy that kind of talks about some of the same subjects, and he just was like, there was this like quarterly plan, and it was like, and I decided to do it. And so he was basically just like, you like write your goals for like the quarter, and you write like your like top, I don't know how many like moments or something from like the past quarter, and like really reflect on like what you've done, like big or small, like just try to think of like the things that have the positive and negative, but like really like help yourself reflect on like what you've actually done, and some other things which like led me to like start journaling some, and really just like like just reflect a bit more. And it's like way easier, I mean way harder to actually do on a consistent basis, you know, like everybody's got a different life, and get caught up.
I mean, like that's a really good thought what you said in there about like just making like the quarterly goals and stuff. Just even like I've never really applied it into like my hobbies and like passions in life and stuff as much as I do. Like I've got a business, so I kind of like apply it to that, but it's hard to measure success without some type of like goal. Yeah, you know what I mean? And like with music and stuff like that, your goal can be like to have an album, you know, and then you're working until you complete that or whatever. Then what's the next goal, you know? And like I just like whenever we were growing up in bands and stuff, like we probably had like some measure of success, but we didn't really reflect on it at the moment. We were like, gotta get signed, gotta do this, gotta do that, and like it was just a forward progression constantly without like, you know, reflecting on it.
Yeah, I think the main time that I realized that we were kind of like semi-famous or successful was whenever we were like in Walmart one time. Like in Dixon Walmart, and there's like a few different people that were like yelled at us and was like, "Hey, Project Arco!"
Man, that's
like,
crazy.
I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Dude, that's weird. That's crazy." Like I didn't, you know, I didn't know that people even around here knew who we were.
That's cool.
Yeah, and at the time we weren't living here. I don't think.
No, like we
that's
were,
even better.
Yeah, we weren't even living in Dixon. Like we had only played in. I mean, we played in Dixon. I think like maybe once or twice. Because of
those like
Halloween Havoc
things.
Thing.
Yeah.
But I think the main places we played was in Nashville and stuff. So.
Yeah,
that's even cooler.
Crazy.
Yeah, like I don't know. It is a cool feeling just to have like random people like saying stuff sometimes, and those are like little signs, you know. It's like you could be like whatever, you know, or like it was just a random person, like whatever. But it's like I don't know, man, like. That's how it starts. That's how things start, you know. And it's like, I guess a little taste.
Yeah,
of it.
Dude, it's funny. We had a clothing company for a while. Like,
Live It, right?
Yeah. And dude, like, I don't know. I still randomly will see people with a shirt on that I have no clue who the hell they are. We just like started like passing them out.
I mean,
everybody had them.
There's one day that we went out to freaking Thunder Alley.
Oh yeah, and we just went to random bars.
Yeah, and in the parking lot, there's like some dudes out there.
Remember that really heavy dude?
Yeah, he was huge. Dude. And there, I'm probably
he was living it.
All I had was a large left, and I was trying to sell this dude a t-shirt.
He took his shirt off right there and put that shirt on.
No.
I was like, dude, if you can fit this shirt, I'll give it to you for free. And he was like, if I fit that shirt, I'll buy it from you. And I was like, all right. It was like, he's easily a 3X, dude. And he was like trying to muffin top into this like large. It was so funny.
That's hilarious.
And then we went into the bar and like sold some more to like a group. It was like a group of like middle-aged women. Yeah. Like at this table.
They were like drunk and just having a good time. We're like,
what's that $20? Here's the money.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
It is so funny. We're just like, dude, anybody that would take a shirt of ours, we were just like selling them to everybody.
Yeah.
And
that's tight though.
It was fun, man. And now we should, like, we talked about this. We should just throw some stuff out to random thrift shops.
Like Goodwill, I swear.
Yeah. Dude, yeah.
You should.
Mm-hmm. Man, I was...
Especially with, like, leftovers. Like, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. But, man, speaking of the clothing, like, how's the clothing company been since, like... I know you were doing a lot of, like, getting them into shops and stuff like that, in local shops? Are you still in more shops and stuff? Are you
No.
trying to get out of that area?
So like I'm not in any shops. When I first started House Blend in Dixon, they helped me get the ball rolling. Super nice of Jeremy there. He helped me with a lot of things, and that was cool. So then after that, I think it was like some few random places here and there. My friend Adam Osbrooks, which is actually, he mixed one of the songs off my album, the last one. It's called Cosign. Man, that's a whole nother topic, but like, shout out to him, because like I would not have the sound or like knowledge I do about music if he had not let me start coming to the studio. I used to like bug him about coming to the studio. He finally let me. But anyway, his mom has a shop. Parents got a shop in Leaper's Fork. They were there for a while. Didn't really do hot. Shoe Company did okay there. That was cool.
I think I bought my shirt from the Shoe Company possibly, because I kept looking for it everywhere. I was like, where the hell is this shirt in my size? I can't find it. And we finally did.
I like just a few sizes. Yeah, and then like Bullets and Mullets. It was like it's a streetwear. I don't even know if it's still there. Streetwear, like designer type store in Antioch.
Oh, that's cool.
So like Babe, Supreme, like 10 Deep, like a bunch of that stuff, and it did decent there. That was kind of a sketchy situation. I learned, but and then like after that, I'm just like, I don't know. I wasn't like too sure what I wanted to do, and I was like, I can just keep up with everything way better if it's online. And so the last thing I did was a smaller winter line, winter collection. I had like a full sweat set, hoodie and pants, and that was that. So I haven't done anything since, but since then I've been working on rebranding. So like I said earlier, just like refining my mission statement and just like what I want it to stand for, like a bigger purpose. Because as I've grown in myself, it's only right, I believe, to like really take, if you have something, especially like that's like more like in people's faces, like clothing or music, and any type of art form like that, it's like I feel like it should embody yourself and like stand for what you stand for, and because then I feel like people resonate with it more. And especially if they know you, but even if they don't know you, they can really grab onto that.
It's so more really personable.
Because they can relate to it.
And it's like
they feel like that human connection.
Like what in myself can I put out there that is like can relate to the big picture, and not relate to everybody. That's not what I'm trying to do, but just more meaningful for myself and it. So I got some things in the works, and I'm really excited to start working on that and kind of put some stuff out, because it's been a minute and really been just kind of thinking and like I said, fleshing those ideas out for that.
And I think, dude, honestly, it's okay for a company, a band, like a clothing company or a musician or anything like that to evolve with the creator, and I think a lot of people get into a band or something and like they're just really like huge super fans of this one album or something like that, and then something comes along and like, dude, it might have been 2 years for those people that created that music, and of course they've changed some since they wrote that album,
Exactly.
And like, I don't know, I think I used to kind of be one of those fans. Like I'd be a fan of an album or like two albums, and then I'd be like, this next one I freaking hate it, and like
go back to the old you were like.
But like, and I can understand like some bands, I'm sure, get famous and then they kind of like sell out in a sense, you know what I mean? They're like, well, the record label wants us to do this, so we got to.
Yeah, right.
But
of
like,
course.
But I think there's other bands out there that just like change in certain ways and like
they're tired of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's okay.
You gotta be okay with it.
It's okay even if I don't like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's what people should understand. Like,
because it's like, not to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Like, it's like, if it makes them happy, it don't matter if it makes you happy. It's like, I kind of used to be that way too. Like, just like, no, like this is a totally different sound for that person. It's like, man, but it's like the more I've realized like change is like so good, and like why not like keep changing if you want to, and like be open to things. And it's like a biggest thing I've learned, I think, is like to be detached from your work. Like we said, reflect on like your work and what you've done, and like put your all into it, but don't be scared to change, because it's like once you get attached, I feel like your growth, you might still grow, but it's gonna slow down in a certain way. and then you're gonna take things more personal. You're gonna fear change a little more, and like you're just always gonna be holding on to that like past thing, and maybe just a little detachment is all you needed to get to a level, and maybe you never get to it because of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I think that's true, man. Like, dude, we're actually working on like recording an album right now, and before you used to go and have like be like, you know, I wrote this song and this is the guitar part that I brought to you, or like this is kind of what I envisioned for this song or whatever. And whenever we started recording this one, like I just came into it and I was like, look, here's what I've got. What can you guys do to make it better? And like how can we make the best song that we can possibly do? And like I feel like that's a different way that I've never really kind of looked at things before.
It can be hard.
Yeah, it was different, but like I think for me personally, it's just like through trials in life got me to the point where now I can be like, I like this song a lot, but I might be able to like it better with other people's influence too. So like I now respect the people that I'm working with, and like I respect their opinion and stuff. So like I don't know,
makes it easier to work with them now too, because it's like then you figure each other out a bit more, what you like, you don't like, and
it's been really cool. Like our drummer, like Paco does a lot of our he's been doing a lot of the producing and stuff too, so like I'll send him over a guitar track and Nick will send him over, like Nick will put his guitar track to my guitar track, and then he's writing like different sounding stuff that he didn't do before.
Because it's like both sounds at once.
Yeah, it's so weird, man. And then like Paco will put like drums to it that I had never heard before, and then I've got like these vocals or lyrics that I've had in my mind for like a year and a half, 2 years, and then like all of a sudden those are out the window. I've got a new idea, and I'm like, I like this even better.
Man, that's
so
cool.
Like there's some songs in there, like old songs, dude. Like Tonight the Skies Will Burn, and Paco did like this drum beat to it, and now I've got like a totally new vocal idea for it, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's awesome.
When did like
when that happens?
That's cool though.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Kind of breathes new life into like, I don't know, an old dog, you know? I don't know, it's cool. But I'm stoked about it, man. I'm really excited about it. But like, that goes to what you're saying, just like kind of being like detached from something, like still having a passion for it, but like just allowing yourself to be open to change, you know? Maybe.
For sure.
And it allows you not to be offended by people who hate on everything.
Yeah.
Because
you're like, okay, that's a
everybody in
for you.
like nobody in the world is gonna like everything in the world.
Right.
So like freaking you gotta expect that some people are gonna not like your stuff.
Which,
so true.
Yeah. Dude, it's probably like that. I'd imagine like I've had that problem being in a small town. Like we came from Perry County and you came from like Humphreys County, which is like even smaller than Dixon, dude.
Like, who are these hicks coming to Dixon? We're city folk.
Yeah, exactly. But I imagine it's been like hard for you too, man. Like just having like humble days and the popularity of like that clothing company, and then like your music and stuff like that, and then living in this town, you probably have like a handful of like really close friends, and then you've got like some people that are just like extreme haters no matter what you do. Like
I
their favorite thing.
do have those under the surface. Like I know about stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
But at the same time I don't. But I mean like I know it's there. Cause like you said, not everybody's like you're like you're clouded if you think everyone likes just because you don't hear something. And I don't know, because I've always like been so humble. Like I've like gained, and I like knew this. It's like really cool to talk about this right now, but like I knew that like by starting Humble Days at first, like didn't know much of what I was doing at all, but I had a feeling that like once I put like know your worth, remain humble, that would help me to more so live that out and have like more confidence in myself.
Like ground you.
Ground me and have confidence, but still be humble. But I mean, like I needed more confidence because I was a little too humble, and that was the weird thing about starting something that I really had to like push out at people, and like then I knew like people were gonna know like me on some level of like because I had that, and so it was always like a little weird, but it's cool too. But now I'm at the point to where like, dude, if that went away, it's okay. Like,
like Humble Days.
If that was like wiped off the earth, like I'm good. Like, I'm not attached to it, and I don't think that should like it shouldn't just be like that shouldn't be my identity. And I was talking to my friend a couple weeks ago about that, and like I said, I put a lot of creativity into it and stuff, but it's just it's material at the same time. Like even though it has a good message, but it's like if you have a message, if you know what you stand for, or you have a certain mind state, like you can put it in something else. Like it might take a little while longer to get to like the point of maybe where you were at with the other thing, but it's like, what do they say? Like all, I don't know, first like small businesses, it's not till like the few till you like start doing really good, which I wasn't even really trying to relate that to a certain case, but dude, that's it's like, I don't know, if it's in you, it's like you have it, like nobody can take that from you. Like, I mean, sure, if you like, I don't know, Bill Gates and you go broke and like and you get all your stuff wiped out, and that's gonna hurt. I get that, but like still, dude, that's cool. Bill Gates is still smart.
You can never take that.
You can't take that from him. Like he can make some more money, I'm sure.
I mean, he's always going to be like the main creator of like Microsoft.
Exactly. Like,
so like,
and if he knows that and he's like content, he's like, it's all good for him.
I guess it goes back to that whole thing, like measuring your success, so you can kind of like hang your hat on like an idea and just be like, dude, this was like for me successful.
Like, oh, that felt good.
And like too, I mean, so I think it's cool that you look at it that way, and then also you've like walked away, like not walked away, but like if you wanted to walk away from it, you could walk away from it, learning all the stuff that you did, like starting Humble Day and starting all that stuff in the process of like growing as a person from doing it.
Most definitely. Like, I'm glad you pointed that out, because that is one thing, too. Like, I love being able to just, like, no matter how much it is, like, guide somebody in, like, hey, you don't have to, like, you can start here instead of starting here where I did. Like, just do these few things, and you'll already be past where I was when I first started, like, you know, and just, like, helping people out like that and friends or whatever. I think that's, like, really cool, and one of the main reasons why, if it's not anything else, like that's one of the best reasons that like I think I was able to start that, you know.
I think it's funny, man, like a lot of people will see where like it is now, or where it and where it's been and everything else, and not know the hustle that you put behind it, because like, you know, I mean, they say Rome wasn't built in a day kind of thing. Like, dude, you freaking, I mean, like the first, how long has Humble Days been around?
Senior year, I started it 2014 to 2019. 4.5, 5 years. I started music the same time.
Oh yeah?
Which is really weird.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, like, well, it's so funny. Like, perception is so funny.
Yeah.
And like, if you know what, like, some of like what you're doing. And have a grasp on like how people perceive you or what you can do to make people perceive you in certain ways, and not like a like dark way. I mean, definitely it can be that. Like that's definitely going on, but like
catfishing.
Yeah, seriously. A number of things, but yeah, it's like I have a lot of people like, man, like that thing, your clothing company really took off, blew up, blah blah. And it's like, I mean, like, it didn't, but in a way, like like reflecting on it, like I've done a lot for it, and like it has gotten a name, so in a way I guess like maybe here, I don't know, but not to me as in like blowing up, but it's just cool to have people like honor it or like think that, you know, and like really take that in. Sometimes it's like like I really did start that.
It is kind of cool, man. It's like kind of like just validation of like your efforts.
You
and
acknowledge
stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think like, I don't know, man, it's just I can see it like from an outsider's perspective and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, he's freaking doing it. He's cool. It. Hell yeah. I'm like, I don't know. So I feel like I've had people that are like,
I ain't doing nothing.
Shit. Yeah. Dude, but I don't know.
A lot of people don't know the hustle, but I mean, that's like the greatest human ignorance right there.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they hustle themselves, but they'll never acknowledge anyone else's hustle.
Mm-hmm. True.
Because they only see what they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They won't acknowledge, oh, maybe he's having to do something behind the scenes that I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
So
it's like you can kind of overlook, like, if you don't know about something, you can be like, well, I hustle for this. Like, I doubt there's like that much that goes into that.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, you have no idea.
Yeah, for real.
Like, that's a good point. Interesting.
Yeah. It's like freaking Olympic curling. I'm sure.
Right?
It's probably super difficult in some way.
They just curl all day.
Yeah, they're freaking sweeping
For real,
ice.
like,
What the
you
fuck?
think about all these Olympic sports, and then you think about all these athletes, and all these athletes are paid to train until the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like, they're paid to train up until that point. So they're paying professional Olympic curlers to train.
Dude,
for those competitions
ice and slide it.
It's pretty crazy.
I know, but there's probably a hustle going behind
You gotta
it.
sweep the ice. I mean, sweeping the ice is tough.
I wonder if there's like an actual like a
I bet
gym
there's a
workout
technique.
Like you hold your arm when you eat breakfast, like in the mornings, like every morning, like pump it up. Like you gotta put some like chocolate paste on it, like some.
I guess it does
face
take
mask.
Get that on.
Take like a ton of balance to stay on the ice while you're sweeping. I guess. Because I mean, they're like.
Are they on skates?
I don't know.
Or just shoes. What are they wearing?
I don't remember.
Damn it.
I feel like it's shoes though. I don't know how they could.
I don't really know what you're talking about.
Dude,
curling?
it's the worst.
Well, like, what are you talking about? Sweeping the ice? They train like that or something?
Dude, like, what it is there's like this ice thing, and then there's actually like table curling or something at like bars that I've seen, but it's like a straight lane, right? And you've got like this puck, this huge puck that they like push down the straight lane.
Down.
And
then
there's,
whenever
like,
it gets closer to where
like these goals,
they
there's
want
like
it to
different
go,
targets you can hit.
They sweep the ice
And
it
either speed it up or slow it down. I really don't know what the sweeping does.
I don't know.
I just see these dudes like
they
use the sweep.
I know that they can curve it too. Like
really?
So it's kind of
like
like shuffleboard or
Yes. Yeah, I think so. But it's on the ice and huge.
Yeah, like you controlling it with the ice.
Yeah, it is shuffleboard though, right? It's like
it's basically like that.
But
like on
huge...
shuffleboard, they use like the little thing and like shove it. down there,
So it's that, but on the ice, and some dudes are like sweeping ice in front of it. I don't know what it does.
They don't. Sometimes they don't even sweep. They just like follow it down. And then whenever they get to a certain point, they're like
it like a freaking
bird. They like really sweep it.
Yeah,
they're like
it's like super detailed, like energy, like
they're like stalking it like a bird on a power line, looking at a freaking like rat on the ground somewhere.
I mean, seriously though, like who like freaking it like if no like they.
How do you find out you're good at that?
Right, like who wakes up and they're like, I want to be an Olympic curler. You know, unless their family has done it or something. Like
that's what I was thinking. Like.
Maybe you see it as a kid and you're like, I want to do that. I want to sweep the ice.
From the moment I started shoveling ice,
I was
captivated.
I freaking knew it.
Emotion.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Emotion.
Dude, I don't know, but you know what?
Exhilaration from the ice.
It's so good. It's so good. But yeah, man. So do you have like some? Did you write the beats on your album? Do you write like all the stuff first, or you collaborate?
I wrote all the music, all the lyrics. I have quite a bit of friends that produce, but it's always hard, like, you know, being an artist and, like, making up in your head, like, I want this to be conceptual, I want this to be somewhere on the same sounds, and it's like, you know, write a whole bunch of songs and start a whole bunch of songs, but you know how it is, refining that. And so most of the producers on this, 90% of the producers on this were, like, just from there's a website called BeatStars. And tons of different beats on there. Like you can find beats on YouTube and stuff. But I love BeatStars. Found that out a few months ago. Well, I guess like last year more so. And so that's where I get most of my beats from. Easy to search, buy, see the releases. And it's not as popular as YouTube. So like the views usually have like less. So it's not like tons of people have it. And then one of the songs, my friend Slater, his name's Griffin, Slater versus the World.
That sounds cool.
He produced the track.
Yeah.
And he's actually from Dixon. So like he's the only local producer or producer that I know that's on it. But he's like 19 or 20.
Oh really?
Yeah, and dude, he's hiding out in the woodwork, man. Like he needs to get found out because
yeah. That's pretty cool.
He's sick and we kind of met at a weird, like, situation, like y'all two. So, like, when I used to work at Back Alley, he would come in sometimes, and, like, he had a unique look about him, and I was like, I mean, like, I don't know, like, I was like, he kind of looks like he's a rapper, or, like, I don't know, but I was like, I don't want to, like, put that on him.
I don't want to be weird about it.
Right. Yeah. So, like, one time, he came in a few more times after that, and was like, yo, bro, like, your hair, and he's like, thanks, man, like, bleached blonde hair and like had it spiked up, and it was like a cool look.
Yeah.
So I'm like, word. And later that day, I think, or the next day, I was like on Instagram looking at something, and I saw this picture, and I was like, somebody tagged him, and I was like, this is that kid who always comes in back alley that I talked to.
Yeah.
And I was like, I followed him, and you know, like you have the links on Instagram, and it said it was a SoundCloud link. So I'm like, okay, he definitely raps.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, I went to it, and he made beats, and I was like, I was like, let me see. And I started listening to his beats. I'm like, yo, like, why do I not know who this dude is?
Yeah, yeah.
So like, ever since then, man, like, we've been clicked up, and him and like one of my best friends, Dally, Tongue Out Dally, he makes music too, but we've all kind of been working together, and I was like, I have to get one of your beats on this album, and everyone's been liking it so far.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. That's really awesome.
I've got a friend that does some beats, but he does like I can't remember. I'll try to find out what the name of like the actual website is that he goes through, but he sells it to like MTV and VH1 and stuff like that. But his company is called Pay Dues Music, and but his son just came out with a record too, and like, dude, they're like, it's this house. And it's just like him and his son, and I guess his wife, but they just write music all the time. Like, he's got a studio, his son's bedroom just turned into a studio, and they're just like writing beats every day. And it's like...
Is it like Sync that they go through? Sync is like for movies and production and TV.
Might be something like that.
It's like, Sync is like the main organization. There's probably like different things, but they live in Nashville or something?
They live in Spring Hill, but...
Man, that's wild.
Yeah,
I want that.
Right? Like, and there's this other guy.
Put my purple room in there, man.
Right? Yeah, hell yeah. There's a lot, I don't know, man. There's so many different people in Nashville I found that, like, do just beats and, like, music and stuff like that. Like, the new Power Rangers series. I got a friend that freaking does guitar, and he writes the music for the new Power Rangers. Like, the season.
Oh, what?
I think I told you that. Yeah. Yeah.
That's wild.
I was like, dude, holy shit, that sounds insane.
Yeah, like, I know some people have told me about, like, some of their friends, they, like, write for Netflix, or they got some songs on Netflix, or like here and there, and like,
if I could do beats, dude, like, that's my problem. I can write really, like, if you send me a beat, I can write guitar riffs and piano and like layer it up and make it sound really cool, but like, I can't do that initial beat. Like, I'm rhythmically challenged, I guess. Like,
I probably like the opposite.
Yeah,
you can
so
do
we should be the dream team right there.
Lyrics are harder for you, but
well, no, I mean, I can write lyrics, but like any of the other music, probably not. But like the bass, drums, and stuff, I'd probably be good at. But
dude, I layer up guitar and piano and freaking. I love layering stuff. I got into like a band, Jimmy Eat World. Have you ever heard?
Yeah.
Dude, they're old stuff.
I didn't really ever listen to them like super. I didn't know who they are.
Yeah, they're.
I mean, everybody knows that one song.
Oh yeah, probably.
What one song?
The Sweetness or something.
Yeah.
Dude, but
just take some time.
Oh yeah, that's
the one.
Dude, I swear that,
of course.
In the middle.
Yeah,
that's
their old album right before that one. It was called Clarity, and they just freaking like they were like, let's just. I guess they had forever to write it because it was like their first album, and like it was so layered up. It was like so every single song was like so huge. By the end of the song, it started off with like just a one guitar riff and like soft singing, and then by the end of it, it's like 15 guitar tracks and like
I don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
Is this the same song?
Yeah, dude. I don't know, but I really got into that style, and like I love crescendos, man. But heck yeah, so it's just like just building.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. I freaking dig it. But so you're gonna be one or two songs. What are you thinking about doing?
I think I might do two.
Two songs?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about them? Like.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna do the Purple Room off the Purple Room.
Title track.
Yeah. Because so it's number one. My friend the other day was like, I thought title tracks were supposed to be like number 3 or something. I'm like,
you're breaking the rules, dude.
I don't know, man. I'm like, hey, I'm innovating over here.
Yeah.
It's funny because. So the Purple Room, it was going to be originally the first one, and I was like, I think I might make it the last one, because I was thinking, like, when people go to the album, usually the last song gets the least amount of views, but if it's named the Purple Room, I feel like it would play.
Yeah,
but then with me laying out and everything, and, like, listening to the order, I was like, you know what, like, if it's one song, like, this really entangles the mood that I had at the exact moment that I thought of the name. And I was like, I want that to be it.
Yeah.
And like, it's number 1 right now out of like on most of the streaming services, and like, one of the favorites for sure at the top. So like, the lyrics in that, the chorus, are very. They describe what I would do in the moment of like letting go and reflecting, and I literally say like let go.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of gives you that mood of just like like
yeah
serenity and like bliss, and then like the lyrics are just kind of filled with little moments of from my life, reflections, realizations, and just kind of positive pieces of just like imagery and playful, creative, colorful words that are just like really all support
kind of like feel that
the backbone of the whole song and the album. And I really wanted that to be like the piece, and it's like more chill, calm song. And then right after that is Small Town Sick, which I'm not gonna do that one. I think I'm gonna do Zip Code because I talked about that earlier. It's very like that, like I feel that, and and a lot of people have felt that.
Dude, that's cool.
So I want to do those too because it's two different moods.
Dude, I asked somebody that was pretty disconnected from like their I guess the actual business side of their music. I'm gonna ask you this question because I don't want to feel guilty for doing this anymore.
Ask me.
Okay, so I have Amazon Unlimited.
Okay.
And you're streaming on Amazon. Do you get paid for those streams?
You do.
You do?
I think.
Good.
I think Amazon might be. Amazon's
no
one of the highest payers. I'm pretty sure they're definitely higher than Apple and Spotify.
Oh yeah, I know Apple's pretty bad.
Yeah,
they're pretty low.
Pretty sure like Amazon and who else was it? I forgot the other one more like at the top. But yeah, you do, and
good.
But I don't know how to check streams. You can't check streams on there. So like I don't know.
You can or you can't?
If you get the money, if you get the royalties from it, you might be able to. Like I've have some royalties, but I haven't like really like tried to deposit them or really look yet too much into detail. Yeah. But I do know you do get money from.
Okay, cool. Because I asked dude from Between the Buried and Me. I was like, dude, stream your stuff, but I'm like, I have Amazon Music, and I don't know, like, our Amazon Unlimited. I pay for that service, but I don't buy each individual album. You know what I mean?
No,
like
they'll still get money.
Good.
Yeah, and
I feel better.
I was looking at like the stats on Amazon the other day. Yeah. Because you can see like, you can't see numbers.
Yeah, you can see
which
like,
I actually
just
like,
bars.
But the bars, and like most of my bars were like. There's like 5 or 6 that were like almost full, and then the rest of them were like mostly halfway. And I was like, well, this is good because like in the past, really like I don't think I have any bars at all. I'm like,
where are these bars at?
Heck yeah.
Dude, that's
small bars.
I actually do. That's a lot cooler because a lot of people get focused on numbers, and if you didn't see the numbers necessarily, you maybe saw the interaction.
It's such that's cool. It's crazy, like, cause they'll be like somebody will have like maybe like 100,000 plays on like a Spotify song. You can see the numbers, and then you go like their Instagram or their Twitter, and they got like a couple hundred followers, couple likes. It's like
where's all that traffic?
Yeah, but it's like if their music's that good, why does it matter? And like same thing in like SoundCloud, you can turn off the which I haven't done on the album, but you can turn off to where people can't see plays, and I really really think it helps. Yeah. Because like it helps me personally, and then it helps like just people like to like
you prejudge it if like
you really
if you go into your album and then you see like this one has like 1,000 views, but this one has 30. I'm gonna skip the 30 and go to the 1,000. You know?
Yeah, and like everybody does it. Yeah, but it's just like a weird thing.
But dude, I think that's cool, man. Amazon, they probably knew what they were doing without even knowing what they were doing.
Probably.
They were just like,
they probably did that on purpose. Slick. Definitely like,
Amazon's
we're not showing numbers.
Amazon's pretty smart about their business. Like, they're a little bit under the radar, but they're about to take over a lot of freaking stuff.
You wanna know what's crazy? They're like, the number one retailer of like everything. Yeah. Jewelry, did you know they're the number one reseller in lumber? They're the number one reseller in like so much random different shit you would never think of. Like they do Lowe's,
all you do is order it online.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I never thought to buy like wood and stuff on Amazon, but you totally can.
I was watching. Well, I wasn't watching. I saw like an article on it the other day about how like the work environment is like weird. Like
it's
I
huge.
didn't read into it, but it is weird to think like, okay, you got all this stuff going out next day. Like yo, robots aren't doing that. Like people are, and like I don't know if like is somewhat toxic from what I
can imagine, dude.
Just how I looked at the like the paragraph of like the beginning article or something. I didn't have time to read into it, but I was like, I started thinking about it. I was like, it would make sense.
Yeah, man.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
They're a huge company.
Yeah.
I mean...
But then they do give jobs, like...
Yeah, I know for a fact, like, a couple of my friends, one specifically worked for UPS, like, for a while, and they were sort of like...
Yeah, because they had
Amazon before it got big, and he said that job was like hell.
Yeah.
Man,
Well, because basically what they do, they don't have any full-time positions. Like, everything they have, except for drivers.
Yeah.
And everything they have is just part-time. But, like, the time you're there, I think they only have, like, 6-hour shifts. So they don't have to give you a full lunch. You just get, like, maybe a 15-minute break. So everybody that works there has a 6-hour shift, and they work you like a dog the whole time. And you don't even get a lunch, and you just go home. Man, and come back and do your shift again.
I can't do hourly pay anymore, man.
That's basically like how Amazon is.
They're like 6 hours. It's only 6 hours. Bust your ass.
Bust it. Yeah. Dude, but like...
There'd be people like yelling at you and stuff to get going.
I mean, that's how Amazon is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's next day, and then I get crazy. I'm like, I've got 2 days shipping, and it took a freaking week.
Well, you think about how many people have Amazon next day shipping?
Yeah.
Like,
it's insane. How can they do that?
Exactly. There's some, like, it can't be all
it's
flowers and rainbows.
I don't think,
Amazon.
Dude, I think they hired just enough people to make it look like they hired a lot of people, and then underground they found like the lost civilization of elves or some shit, and they're really the ones packing all this stuff.
The lost Elsa.
Yeah, they're like, look, top floors people,
Elsa.
you guys do your hard work, and then there's elves down there, and they're just like freaking packaging everything. Yeah. Get this order together.
Put that next day magic on it. Next day dust.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. But they've got their own shipping fleet and stuff. Amazon's freaking insane, dude.
Aren't they? They're supposed to be doing the little drone deal, aren't they?
If a drone drops some stuff off at my house,
have you not heard
it
of
is
that?
not leaving my house.
Dude,
I'm gonna capture that drone.
They've been...
Tell me your secrets, Gypsy.
Man. Snatch.
It's probably gonna
happen. It takes you off.
It probably will, dude. Yeah. There goes John again.
Super strength.
Take me to your leader. And then a loose string can fall off.
John, you got your package. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
You can't stop them.
Dude. It's gone too far, man.
Bank,
it's too
Amazon.
Far. Oh, God. Sweet Lord. Well, yeah, man. Well, dude, I'm freaking stoked to hear your music, and I'm stoked to see your next line of clothing, man. Do you have an idea of when you're planning on it, or you just
hopefully this fall, winter.
Nice.
Yeah, probably just a few pieces, but I'm rebranding.
Yeah.
If I didn't make it clear, I don't know if I did, but yeah. So really gonna just like push that.
Yeah.
And yes.
Dude, heck yeah. And
be rad.
I'm just letting you know, man. If you rebrand and make some sweats, I'm gonna have to get into some sweats next
I'm gonna
time,
have
dude.
to make some
Hell
sweats.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. It's cozy season coming up.
Right?
So it's only right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, brother. Well, again, thank you, and I'm so glad we actually made this happen.
Thank you,
I'll
man.
give you a fist bump.
Fist bumps all
it's
the
like
way.
super hot in here.
It is super.
It is hot in
Nobody
here.
knows.
Yeah.
And my hands are just like.
It's the
pouring
hustle
sweat.
you guys don't know about.